So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set them back on second.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Back to throw. Meeks on the out route. It's Lamb with a grab. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. To throw on third down. Meeks. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. Take it at the 37. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there's really no underestimating or downplaying the incredible regular season he had throwing the football. When you throw for over 5,000 yards, that's a monster season. He's got an offense that's certainly capable of doing damage in the postseason as well. But he also understands that defense tends to win championships in the playoffs. He wants to find a way to set that aside and advance his team.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get the host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Meeks. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Elam forced out to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A.J. Epinesa, the one credited for the sack.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Walker to start the drive. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this throw caught left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Throwing on 1st down. Meeks throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Meeks. And that one too wide and incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
A 34-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will make it 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Throwing to start the drive. Elam. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Elam. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Elam. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Six nothing our score after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Back to throw. Elam finds his tight end Ingram. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 8 yards out. And the Eagles have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On first down, Meeks. And that's caught inside the 35.
That's interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Operating from the gun, Meeks. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Meeks. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Powering his way forward. Still fighting for more. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, Elam. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd down, it's Walker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Elam. And that's caught at the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 34 yards to gain that time, another 1st down.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this 1st half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
Throwing on 1st down. Elam. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Elam. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good. Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Meeks. That is caught by Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On first down, Meeks. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meeks. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd and 2, Meeks. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st and 10, Meeks. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. To throw again. Meeks. There's a short one complete to Harris. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Meeks. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Eddie Pinheiro on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A final shot before break. Elam. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
But first, let's take a look ahead to Sunday's action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the 3rd quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing on first down, Elam. And that is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and the defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Looking to throw. Elam. And he will find his man on the outside. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Elam. A chin hit, and the ball is in. And the Packers pick it up. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Elam. This will be caught at about the 5. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Nico Collins, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Throwing to start the drive. Meeks will find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Meeks. That is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Out of the gun now on third down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run from Achane. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Packers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing to start the drive. Meeks. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On 3rd down, Meeks. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive. So now, Charles, this drive may be a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Elam, his throw incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that's taken at his own 42. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Now the Packers get set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw on 2nd down. Meeks. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Meeks. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's Walker. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Elam. And incomplete. He dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Elam. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was a good play, an incompletion that feels like a disappointment. The ball was tipped in the air, a chance for an interception, and you can just feel the home crowd coming together thinking, this is the big play we've been looking for. And when it falls to the ground, a little bit of disappointment, even though it was a good play.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Elam. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packers offense set to go. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
To throw on 3rd down, Meeks. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On 1st and 10, Elam. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
A short throw to Ingram. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And there's an example of not taking your practice work, your drill work, and turning it into game speed. You work on that all the time. 3rd and long, you want to let them make the catch, rally to the football, tackle them short of the sticks. The pursuit there, not that great.
Yeah, not great. That may be an understatement. That turned into a big play. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And a short gain down to about the 33. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Elam. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a two-score game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Throwing on first down. Meeks. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Back to throw. Meeks. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Meeks. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Meeks over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down. Meeks, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Looking to throw. Meeks. Pressure comes and down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Meeks. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go. This is 4th down. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Setting up the screen here, this is Walker. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up. Operating from the gun, Meeks. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
It's complete, but he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. H-in here, they stay on the ground.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On third down, Elam. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from here. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Lambeau, good night, everybody.